Okay, today we have a lacrosse lead-up game for grade level 6 through 9, and we call it foot cross. This is a lacrosse lead-up game with the objective of using lacrosse equipment and specific lacrosse-related skills to score points or goals, as well as develop cardiorespiratory endurance. And above all, let's learn some teamwork and have fun doing it. Okay, you're going to need the lacrosse sticks, the ones made for physical education purposes, cones, pennies, small colored buckets, tennis balls, and lacrosse ball, and some excited students. You're going to divide the class into two teams, and then with the cones you're going to create a goal all the way across the end of the field. Now this can be outside or indoors. And each team will select an even number of goalies, 2 to 4, or depending on the size of the class, more. And each team will place a goalie of theirs in each goal. We're going to go with 5 goalies. The X's and O's are representing the opposite teams. And the opposite teams will share the goals. In the middle of the field, you'll have the rest of the teams on either side of the center line. And game begins with a face-off. The goal will be for the players using lacrosse tactics and lacrosse skills, the skills of scooping and throwing, catching, and maintaining two-hand contact on the sticks, to move the balls to either end of the goal, throwing it to their goalie, and the goalie catching it for a goal. Rules are the cross or the stick must always be held with 2 hands, otherwise it's a turnover. They can't be running around out in the field or on the court slinging the stick around with 1 hand. Ground balls are only allowed to be scooped, not raked. You'll need to demonstrate the proper scooping as opposed to raking. Out of bounds play results in a turnover. There's absolutely no contact or checking in this game. Shots or passes made to the goalie must be made using 2 hands holding the stick. That was the original rule, to have 2 hands on a stick at all times. A goalie must catch the ball for a goal or a point. If the goalie drops the ball when receiving a pass or shot, this results in a turnover. Play starts with a face-off. And at the face-off, specific questions are asked to incorporate interdisciplinary factor. It could be a math equation, a history question, depending on the language levels, or if there's a foreign language involved, and so on. And the face-off starts, all players have to freeze until one team has control of the ball. And each time there's a score, play resumes with a face-off. The players rotate for those facing off, and again they're required to answer a specific question before play begins. Some modifications are you can play indoors with smaller teams and fewer goalies. Require each team member to receive a specific number of passes before passing to the goalie. Eliminate the running option, and require only passing and limit the number of steps taken. In the original form of the game, they are allowed to run with the ball and the stick, but it has to be thrown to the goalie. Incorporate more than 1 ball at a time. You could use football flags, and if a player's flag is pulled, it results in a turnover. Use plastic lacrosse balls instead of tennis balls. Instead of the goalies using buckets or baskets, which is how we'll originally start the game, issue them crosses as well, only they're authorized to scoop a drop ball, and it's not a turnover. Incorporate various locomotor skills, such as skipping, galloping, or hopping. You can adjust time periods. And while eliminating running, utilizing the pass only, a drop ball results in a turnover. This is a great lead-up game to lacrosse. It involves football type rules, and it definitely gives the students a cardiorespiratory endurance development workout, and they learn how to properly use lacrosse skills, as in passing, scooping, and above all, they learn teamwork and display teamwork, and they had a good time doing it.